Hi, I'm going to attempt to demonstrate something quickly, how you can create animations using the draw command. So let's start this off with a P mode 1, a screen 1 and a PCLS. And if I run this, we're going to get a white background. So 5 is going to be our, well, we'll start off with the joystick support. And again, 0 is for left and right support, and 1 is for up and down support. So we're going to say if j equals 63, then x equals x plus, let's put something in here like 10. If j equals 0, then x equals x minus 10. If k equals 63, then y equals y minus 10, actually plus 10. And then if k equals 0, then y equals y minus 10. So we have our screen structure and our joystick structure ready to go. But now what we need is a graphic. And so I'm going to put line 50 and I'm going to put graphic. And this time I'm going to be using the draw command. So this is a 6th way to create animation on a color computer. And draw is very easy to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type draw. BM is specifies the start coordinate, which is going to be 100, 100. We're going to use color. What color should I make this? I'm leaning towards orange. But how about, let's try, I always get stuck on colors. I'm very particular. Either dark green or light purple. Let's try magenta this time. And I'm simply going to draw a diamond. So we're going to go, now if this needs to be enlarged, I'll do that. But I'm going to start with F. Or if it needs to be made bigger or smaller, I'll do that. But let's just get the shape down. So we're going to go F20. And then we're going to go H20. And from there, we're going to go E20. And finally, we're going to close it off. We have G is the only option that's left. So now I should get a good graphic on the screen when I run this. And I don't know why. Where's the rest of it? I only have half of it there. Strange, right? So I went F20 from the center point. And then I should have gone G20. Let's edit this. Edit 51. So my start point, I went out from there, and then I should have did a G20 there, and then I believe H20, and then an E20. Let's see if that fixes it. And there we go. Now we have our perfect diamond shape. So now what we want to do is we want to be able to move it around with the joystick. But how do we do this? The draw command is not connected to a joystick in any way. So the secret here is a little trickery. And what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to use a command called $. And so I'm actually going to have to scratch this line here because it needs to come before. So I'm going to make Fourier graphic reference, get rid of 50, list the program over again. So that gives me room to work in here. I'm going to work backwards. So actually I'll just start at 41 and I'm going to put $$ equals, okay? And this is the tricky part. It's going to equal BM plus now this 100 is our X. So BM plus, I guess, X, okay, plus, now we have to have a comma in there, plus Y, okay. So we have BM plus the value of X plus a comma plus the value of Y plus a semicolon. Okay, that is $. But we have to give $$ a value here. And offhand, I hope I'm doing this right. Now I didn't check this, so we're gonna call it $. If this doesn't work, I won't be surprised. What I really need to do is check something. So I'm gonna check something right now, so that this video isn't a waste of time. Now I have this information. I just need to find it. And I think it's under draw in my notes. Joystick draw, I think I made it. Joystick, no, that's not it. Joystick draw scaling, I think that's what it's called. So you guys can't see this because of my video capture it's very poor, so you can only see the computer screen, but I'm looking at where I might have made a mistake. Yes, and I did make a mistake. Now this $. So let me do this over here. I'm going to put $. Equals, and I'm going to go by my notes because this is a little complicated. So $, which is a string value, equals the BM, okay, plus, and when we want our numerical values, I have to use string $, and then in parentheses put the value. So it should be str $x plus, now we need our comma in there, plus str $y plus, and I'm going to check this, and now our semicolon. So let me clear the screen. So we have $, which is a string value, equals PM with BM, which is fine. So what we're doing is we're going to replace this right here with this. Okay. So what I want to do is I need the BM. I need the str $ converts a string value to a numerical value. So that will be our first 100. We need our comma, and we need our y, and we also need our semicolon. Now that should do it. So I'm going to edit 51, and I'm going to draw a $ plus, okay, plus, let me insert a space here, and I'm going to get rid of this up to C. Delete, 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 delete. We just want the C3, and that should do it. So effectively what I've done is I've replaced part of the draw command with a $. Now if I run this program, I get the graphic up here, but it's messed up. So the problem is x and y both have a value of 0, and so what we need to do is we need to give x and y a value of 100, but where to place it, I'm not sure. I would say that what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 0 line trick, and I'm going to give x a value of 100, and then I'm going to give y a value of 100. And what I mean by my 0 trick is that now I've added a top number here, and a lot of times this saves you when you need vital information and you have to stick it on top. You can use 0 as a number line. Now we're back to our diamond, so we know we had a success there in replacing this part of the draw command. So the last part that we have to do is we need to hook the joystick up to it in order to move the diamond around. So now I need to brainstorm and think, how do I do that here? We have our scheme here, our joystick scheme, already set up. So we need to apply it. And I think the best way to do that would be with a go sub statement. So we're going to go sub to our graphic line. We're going to have to make a we're going to have to make a return line, a return command. Whenever you use go sub, you need return. So we're going to get our values here through the joystick, then it's going to go sub to our graphic, apply those values, and return to line 13. When you use go sub and return, it will, if you have a colon here, it will return to the colon, but if there's no line extension, it will return to the next line. And so we need to put that line in, and it's simply going to be a loop going to 6. Anytime you use the joystick, it has to be in a constant loop back to joystick 0. 0 always has to be first, followed by 1. You don't have to use 1, but if you only use 0, you would get a left and right effect, but no up and down effect. So now that this is set up, I think I'm going to be able to move this, and it does move. See how smooth that is? And the only problem is we're getting overlapping. So I need to put a PCLS command in there, and it's going to default to a white background, so I don't need to specify the number since I'm already using a white background. And so we want to draw our graphic, but we don't want to get rid of it instantly unless the joystick is moved. So strategic placement here is critical. And so I really have to think about where to put it. So we're going to return to here. We don't want our graphic to be taken off the screen before we get a new graphic, because if we did that, then we wouldn't have a graphic on the screen. So I think the best place to put it would be right before this string. So again, I'm going to change our graphic statement to 30. And I hope this helps someone out somewhere out there in YouTube land to do better programming. And there's another thing I'm going to add to this, but let's put 31, and that will be our PCLS. And we're going to have to change line 12 to go sub 30 since I changed that value. Now we're getting a blinking, and that's okay. At least I'm able to move this diamond around, and I can even go diagonally. Isn't that great? I'm not going to worry about the blinking. If this was a program that I was being very serious about, I would address that. But this is just a demonstration, and this is another way that you can create animation with your color computer. So, you know, that's about it for today. I mean, the only other thing I could do is include a paint statement. Now, the blinking is annoying. Okay, so I'm going to have to address that in a different way. And the reason it's blinking is that it's constantly go subbing. So, in order to get rid of that, I would have to place the go subs here. There would have to be 4 of them. That would really be the only way, the fastest way that I can think of to do it. That would get rid of the blinking. So if you want to stick around, let's try that really quick. Let's insert go sub 30 here. Let's insert go sub 30 here. Let's insert another one here. Go sub 30. And then finally, line 11, we're going to need another go sub 30. And this is going to get rid of the blinking, because that is really annoying. Okay, it's good for something like that is good for when you're analyzing or testing something, but not when you want a professional program. So now we don't have blinking. We have smooth scrolling now. It's not sitting there blinking like it was before. And the last thing I wanted to do actually is I want to color that diamond in. And I want to make it, well, right now it's light purple. We can fill it in dark green or orange. Let's try orange. And so that will have to be applied. That will have to be applied after the figure is drawn. And we're going to do that by changing line 52 to paint. And our target is going to probably be, if I had to guess, 120 to 120. And the color's orange, and we already have it set as color 3. So the painting will stop there, and line 53 will be our return. So let's see if this helps. And there we go, except for something's not right. I left out the variables in paint. So we just need to add plus x and plus y, and that should fix that problem. So, oh Lord, why is this happening? Hey, yeah, I don't know why that's happening. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, the numbers aren't right here. That's way off. It should be more like, let's kill the rest of this line here. It should be more like x plus 10, y plus 10. We just want to get in the center of this object. So it still is not painting anything here. Paint, let's list this here. Paint x plus 10, y plus 10. Now x is 100. Let's run this again. I'm starting. If I started here, I went this way. Then I did it here, that should be. If this is 100, then my target should be 100 by 110. Edit 52. So we leave x alone, and that should work. If this doesn't work, then I don't know what's wrong with it. And there we go. So now we have a painted picture that we can manipulate on the screen, diagonally, up, down, left, right, any way. Isn't that terrific? So, I mean, in effect, you could have a bunch of these on the screen. You could use your inkeys to alternate between objects and move them around on the screen, like a puzzle. You could make a puzzle game, like a tile moving game or something. I don't know. The sky's the limit. And so that's really it. If you want to type this in for yourself, I'm going to list it 0 to 13. You can take a look at that, copy it, then list 13 to the rest of it. It's a very short program. I welcome you to try typing this in yourself, run it. You don't get to design it first. That's another little flaw. You have to move the joystick a bit to get it to show up the first time. But that's a bug I don't have time to address. I don't want to make this video too long. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you try this. And thank you for watching.